Hey there, this is Will from Yugen Bliss, The Road to Happiness. I have a story that I want to say that happened to us this weekend. I don't know how to start it, but you know what? I'm going to start it right here. And see, I'm from Maine and we know about Maine. And when we go camping, we bring everything we can possibly think of that we may need or use up in the woods, right? That means my toolbox, my generator, tools, rakes, weed whackers, chainsaws. And you guys think, why do you bring all that? Go camping. Well, we had a couple guys that were up there, and we're up in there quite a ways into the woods, man, on a dirt road. And a couple of guys went out fishing early that morning. And I saw them go by early that morning around 5 o'clock because I had already ran out of propane. My generator stopped working, remember, guys? And I had to go down and get gas. Told you how cold it was, and I gave you a happy good morning Friday. It was a surprise. Yeah, that was the morning. So I get back to camp after I get fuel and stuff from town and after doing that video. And probably a half hour later to 45 minutes later, that truck came back by and he broke a ball joint. And it was pretty serious. I mean, it pulled the CV shaft out. And if anybody's not a mechanic, trust me, this truck's not going anywhere. If you know what I mean. It's stuck. You're going to have to call a wrecker. And for being way out there on a private road, it's almost impossible to get a wrecker to come out there. If you're lucky, you get a wrecker. And guess what? It's going to probably cost you $1 million to get it because they're not going to do it cheap. So make a long story short, guys, I was there. They broke down in front of my campsite. Out of all the people in the world that they could have broken down in front of, they broke down in front of me, which I knew there was going to be no issues. I pretty much had all the faith in the world that I had every tool to fix it. And I was very confident, but who to think that I would have had everything to fix it? Because normally the average person wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So these two guys, and I'm going to say their names because I'm pretty sure they're pretty happy about me helping them out. Harley O'Neill and Wayne. I didn't get Wayne's last name, but Wayno, I remember you very well. You're a Cancer. And so we had a long conversation, and he is a well-renowned pot grower in the state of Maine, and it's legal in Maine. And so we had a lot in common. And I tell you, if no one knows him, I'm going to give him a big old shout out right now. It's Old School Organics. Probably one of the best growers in the state of Maine. He's from Burnham. And if anybody knows any history about Maine, Maine's been growing weed for a long time. Let's just put it that way. And Wayno's family has been a part of this business for a long time. So just letting you guys know, this man was a very good man to me too. So they were all very nice. And so we thought we could get the part down in Bingham, and we couldn't get the part in Bingham. So we had to go all the way to Skowhegan. So I drove them to Skowhegan, and I drove them all the way back to the camp to get their stuff fixed. They finally got fixed and back on the road. I think it was around 5:30. I'm not exactly sure. We also fixed their boat trailer too. Their boat trailer was a little messed up. To make a long story short though, guys, I did this because that could have been me. That could have been me broken down in front of someone's campsite. So always remember, put yourself in that person's shoes and let's try to do the right thing. And I always try to do the right thing. There is no other way. With me, I'm always going to try to do whatever I can to help you. And as I did. As we did successfully. And so this is a beautiful story, guys, and it's basically a testimony. And I just want to say thank you, and please, and let's just remind everybody else that if this happens to anybody else in front of you, or if you can help somebody, please try to help them, man. You know, it's the right thing to do. So, all right, guys, I love you all, you beautiful souls, and I had to just explain this story because it's such a beautiful story. And Harley and Wayne, thank you guys. It was a great pleasure. It's a small world after all, because we're both from Maine and we didn't know each other, and we finally got the chance to meet after 43 years of my life in existence. So it was a blessing. I appreciate it all, the whole experience, and we kept a whole positive mindset as well. They started getting a little negative, and I popped up and gave them some positive attitudes and positive reinforcements, and we joked around and had a good time. All right, guys, we'll see you later then. Thanks for listening.